This here is my DJI Ronin RS2. And it is a really nice gimbal, no doubt. Just recently, its successor, DJI's RS3, has entered the market. And guess what? That is even better. Do I want it? Oh yes. Do I need it? No. Hello and welcome here on Random Rotation. I hope you're all doing well. So, why don't I use my RS2 as often as I should? What's holding me back? I mean, gimbal shots look nice, right? Reason number one. More often than not, I simply don't have enough time or patience to set up the gimbal. And that is probably a shame. I bought it a year and a half ago in this super fancy and of course extra expensive Pro combo, but unfortunately I've only used it on I think 3 jobs since then, which is not enough. Well, to give you a better understanding on my personal situation, I am the classical one-man band. Most of the times, I'm shooting alone by myself. It's not always been that way, but since the beginning of the first COVID lockdown here in Germany, I haven't booked any assistant or second camera operator at all. And that means whenever I was out shooting during the last 2.5 years, I was in charge of everything, and everything can really be a lot. Cameras, lights, sound, talking to the clients, and so on and so forth. And operating the gimbal, in addition, was simply not possible in most cases. So, lack of time is reason number one. And my second reason is that although I love cool gimbal movements, I find it a bit overused, to be honest. Not every video needs a gimbal shot, only because gimbals exist. When DJI made drones available to everyone, every single video needed at least 1 or 2 drone shots. And that got boring pretty quickly. And it's exactly the same with gimbal shots. In some cases, they are exactly what we need, but we sometimes forget to think about the intention of the camera movement before we set up equipment that we actually don't need for a shoot. Also, I am a huge sucker for tripod shooting or handheld if camera movement is needed, which is easier than ever with some of today's camera stabilization systems. Sony and Panasonic have really figured it out, in my opinion. And I am pretty sure that these systems will only get better from here. Cameras like the Sony Alpha series or their entry level for cinema cameras, the FX3, really enable us to go out and shoot with small and light setups and still capture great, awesome footage. And I just don't want to go back to the big guns. I simply don't need that for the majority of my work. Funny side story, I once shot a trade show with the C300 from Canon, which was my favorite camera at that time. I would still say it's a super nice camera, but whatever. I wanted to incorporate some gimbal shots in the video, so I rented a Ronin M, and because of its weight, I rented an easy rig to go with it. In my mind, that sounded like a good idea. And well, during that show, I walked around with this setup for maybe 2 hours total, and guess how many shots actually made it into the final video? Not even one. I mean, sure, to the people at that show, I looked like RoboCop or something. Gimbals and easy rigs were still fairly new. Everybody was watching me, everybody moved to the side when I walked by. I was the big attraction. And the footage just wasn't usable. Yeah, that's just one example where it did not work out the way I wanted it to. So let's summarize. What's holding me back? First, it is too time consuming. Reason number 2, it's overused and I get bored with this kind of footage from time to time. And reason number 3, it's really heavy and I just like smaller setups better. But at the end of the day, there still is room for gimbals, absolutely. And I won't get rid of my Ronin anytime soon. It's there when I need it. And like I said, I do love nice gimbal shots. But that love is not strong enough to justify the purchase of the new RS3. Or is it? No, just kidding. And that, my friends, is it for this week. I really hope you liked it, and if so, thank you very, very, very much. I see you in the next video, and until then, stay safe and motivated. Bye for now.